Fellow goblins, I come to you once again bearing a gift of knowledge. The recent March update has piqued my interest in Forever Winter again, and I decided to shake things up a bit, trying weapons I've never really used before. After some hands-on testing and a trip to the guru of the mountain, Mr. Wiki, I feel confident letting you know what side piece to carry into the unforgiving wasteland. Let's begin. At the time of writing, there are 8 weapons considered pistols, 7 if you don't count the single-shot grenade launcher. Starting off this list is the trusty USP. Chambered in 45 ACP, this weapon does 200 points of damage, has a 12-round magazine, and is only obtainable through the quests Discover the Truth and Mercy Killing. It has an alright sight picture, but it is almost completely ruined by its only possible attachment, which is a suppressor. Normally sticking a suppressor on your gun in this game is a good bonus to have, but in this case it completely ruins the weapon, I think. Since you're not cosplaying CT pistol rounds in Counter-Strike, you'll have to take it slow and steady to line up headies. Its saving grace is its 12-shot magazine and the hate this thing spits out in terms of damage, but you'll probably hear this a lot through this list. Headshots are key. Continuing onwards with 45 ACP weapons, we have the SOG, or the SOG. This also does 200 points of damage and is only sold by Reputation 3 Grillo. It has no useful attachments besides a different upper receiver, which only requires weapon level 3. The SOG has a decent sight picture, but is hampered by only having an 8-round magazine, so you're honestly only using this in a pinch. With the recent detection changes in the March update, it seems that enemies hear you from another zip code if you don't have a suppressed weapon, so you might want to pass this one up. It's modeled off what looks like a Springfield 1911, so I guess you can run around the front lines shouting 3 World Wars, but that's up to you. Next up we have the R8, an 8-shot revolver chambered in .357 Magnum. This puppy pushes 150 points of damage and can take a suppressor, but that's about it. Sold by Grillo level 2, there are no further unlocks from leveling this weapon, so honestly, Rule of Cool applies to this more than anything. It has a pretty good sight picture and recoil control even on a character that can't spec into pistols, but don't use this thing on anything other than cyborgs and the occasional soldier. The reload time is fairly long, so I don't recommend pulling this thing out on a group. Again, Rule of Cool dominates here, as it's pretty fun to just run around with a revolver blasting like some post-apocalyptic cowboy. Moving on to 9x19 ammo, we have the Viper. I'm going to tell you right now, despite being relatively cheap and having plenty of ammo in its 17-round default magazine, this thing is a giant piece of shit. Boasting only 110 damage, you're shooting marshmallows into the very hungry mouths of your open soldiers. The Viper is available from Grillo at any reputation level, and keeping up with its shittery there are no attachments and no weapon level unlocks. They say hate is a strong word, and it's the correct one. You barely see the front sight on this thing in ADS, and I'm pretty sure the third person shooting is bugged. I was testing on Greg the Organ Mech, and this thing was kicking to the sky after 2 shots. Like a dude wearing pit vipers in the club, avoid at all costs. Praise Fun Dog, Master gave Dobby a Glock. The GL19 continues with our 9x19 ammo type weapons, boasting 110 points of damage and a magazine ranging from 15 to 50. Yes, you heard that right. You can slap a 50-round mag on this puppy at level 5. Purchased from our favorite Lord of War Grillo, the GL19 continues to shine with a great sight picture and coming in 3 firing modes of semi, burst, and auto. This felt pretty good when gunning down groups of cyborgs and soldiers, but this thing spits out its default 15-round magazine pretty quick, so be careful cashing checks your Glock cannot afford. But with enough tender love and care, putting a suppressor in a 50-round mag will leave you packing more than enough heat in these streets. Coming in with another 9x19, we have the 87 Target. Sporting a 12-round mag, 110 damage, and purchased from level 2 Grillo, I'm just gonna come out and say it. This is my favorite pistol on the Citadel. This is the bee's knees. This is item 9. We should be shouting it from the rooftops.
This is great.
What's not to like? Any optic you want. Rail-mounted flashlights, a fucking suppressor. Not only is this the best looking pistol in the game, it feels smooth and rides around town with the freedoms. The 87 target will always be my wingman and always have a spot in my foxhole. With this thing in my hands, I feel like I can face down a Rat King, and that fucker will blink first. Good for the targeted blap blap, decent recoil to spam, cheap asking price and even cheaper ammo. S tier, some good fucking food. This ruined all other pistols for me. Rounding out the normal pistol list, and yet another addition to the 9x19 family, we have the C96. You know the gist by now. 10 round magazine, 110 damage, and sold by Grillo level 2. The C96 is one of the only other automatic pistols, but with only 10 bullets and no unlockable mag, you're going to be reloading more than killing. Good sight picture, but that doesn't really matter when the 10 bullets are gone and you're back to third person reload. You're able to mount a flashlight or laser sight, so that's a definite plus, but with no suppressor nor an extended mag, it's pretty much a meme weapon to cosplay a German trench raider on Elephant Mausoleum. I'd advise only using this on the most basic of foot soldier or a lone cyborg or two, but in the end it doesn't cost that much and you're just better off buying the Glizzy 19, so yeah, I don't know. That's it. I don't want to go over the grenade launcher as it's exactly what you expect it to be. It's not great by any means and kind of weird to use, so here's your chance to go out and form an opinion of it yourself. This video wasn't an extensive overview and it didn't mean for it to be, and I think that's for good reason. I don't think it's prudent to record a 5-minute segment on each pistol, well, besides 87 target, my beloved. Each pistol is fairly lackluster compared to all the other weapons in the game. They're good for backups or for cheap rat runs. I also ran all my tests on Old Man if you noticed, so I wasn't biased by pistol skill tree unlocks. So there's definite room for pistols to be better overall, but let me know what you think down below. I feel like I got the most important information across, and my general vibe with running a few raids with each pistol and their unlocks, but if I missed anything, just let me know down below. I'll pin it. More videos to come. My dumb little Forever Winter videos actually do pretty well, so perhaps I'll do more. As always, I'm OddsTV, and I will see you in the next one.